Where are we going without ever knowing the way? Anybody ever heard that song before? Fastball? No? No. Where were you going without ever That's kind of what I got from this quote. It's a critic is a man who knows the way but can't drive the car. An instance that I thought of reading the newspaper back around my hometown. There's a pastor that would always, kind of preach the gospel and would always say, things to stay divine and pious and stuff like that. But then come finding out he was cheating on his wife all along. So it kind of gets something where you're taking lessons from a guy that's, preaching the gospel and, would think that's a figure that someone you would look up to. And he goes out and does something like that. So that was something that kind of relates to this quote. Another one would be an instance when we were going to our senior kegger. I don't know if to drink yet, but we did anyways. And it was out 45 minutes away from where our high school was. So it was kind of a cryptic to drive out that way. And we were following a guy who had never been there before. And it was out in like the cornfields or something like that. Obviously, I told you I'm from Iowa, so that's the weird part of that. And we ended up getting lost. The cops ended up rolling up as soon as we rolled up too. So just not a good instance. I would never take directions from anybody that's never been somewhere before. And at that same point, the guy didn't even have a valid driver's license too. So that didn't work out too well. So I guess in conclusion, I would not take direction from anybody who has never been behind the wheel before.
I'll tell you later. It's kind of be nice. Again, I just got my
I know.
I don't know. I gave my secret at the bottom of the Oh, that was pretty easy. Say less. I'm like, Jesse James.
All right, I like the opening line. Not a bad idea to try and use something that seems like it's connected to what you're talking about from your own experience. That's okay. And the transition to the quote was pretty good. Your point of view, though, is not really clear until the end of the speech. You've just got some examples that you're going to talk about. The examples are okay. The stories, they don't develop a lot, but there is some information there for you to talk about. Your voice, we can hear you pretty well. There's pretty good variety. It sounds reasonably fluid. Your hand gestures, you do some weird hand clapping thing. I think that's like a transition as you're moving from one idea to the next. It seemed a little bit odd. Your facial expressions, you seem like you're smiling and friendly, but there's some awkwardness to those expressions, sort of like there's anxiety and you're hiding it with the smile. Your eye contact's a little inconsistent. You're way over on the side and you're backed up quite a bit, so don't be afraid of stepping up and talking to the audience and engaging them a little bit more. You just seem to finish in the middle of an idea, and I think you need to plan that a little bit more. There's not really a structure set up, like I said before. So you need to work on that content issue a little bit more. Just a reminder for everybody, in case you forgot